What's going on, neighbors? It's your boy DJ, and welcome y'all back to another exciting episode of Pure Quality Canines, man. Y'all see, it's ugly, it's rainy, it's gloomy, but I done told y'all before, no matter what the weather is, what it's looking like, man, rain, sleet, snow, or shine, you gotta get out here and do something with the dogs, y'all. Unfortunately, it was so nasty today, and I got off this morning, y'all, the dogs have been confined to their cages today, because if I would've let them out, it'd just been too nasty, y'all. So hopefully tomorrow the weather's better. Whether it is or not, I'll let them out their cage, y'all. They're never gonna be more than 48 hours without coming out, y'all. But today, like I said, it was just so nasty. Everybody's been confined to their cages, but at the same time too, y'all, we're not gonna stop our responsibilities. Dogs still gotta be fed, gotta make sure they got water, gotta visually check on them, y'all. Gotta visually check, because that healthy dog yesterday, y'all, could be sickly and something came up today, y'all. So you gotta be vigilant, man. Come out here, check on your dog, make sure they ain't right. You know, something small like a snake, a spider bite, y'all. Any number of things could happen. So make sure, no matter what, you're laying your eyes on them dogs every day. So real quick, like y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. I got my son behind the camera, man, before his mom starts screaming, "Get that boy back in the house, it's too cold." We're gonna go ahead and knock this video out, man. So today, y'all know I done told y'all before, on days that's gloomy like this, I don't like feeding that kibble, because if they don't eat it fast enough, man, it gets nasty, y'all. It's more of a mess. I gotta clean bowls up. They done been tracked on with mud. So today's gonna be a raw feeding day, y'all. So pretty much we're gonna go down the cages. I'm gonna knock them all out real quick, man. Give y'all a little glimpse of the dog. And we're gonna do what we do best back here at Pure Quality Canines, man. Make sure these dogs are good and healthy and well taken care of. Y'all see I got Scoop and Layla in the house, man. If y'all new to the channel, the reason Scoop and Layla is not in the cage, y'all, they're inside dogs. So they just out here right now. They're gonna be following along, and I'm gonna be feeding them too. Y'all, today's just a little bit different. Like I said, y'all, today's just a little bit different on how we're going by knocking it out. Since I got all these dogs right here, y'all, I'm gonna feed them all together. And then we're gonna go down to the other cages and knock out Pretty Boy, Punisher, and that Girl Hunt, y'all. Y'all can see, pretty much see the layout, how I got everything back here. Lucky pretty much got his own cage as of right now. Pretty Eyes and her mama do good together, y'all. So they're in the cage together. And then y'all see who we got grouped up down there on the other side. Y'all, yeah, today's them cold chicken thighs days, y'all, them leg quarters. And I'm gonna remind y'all again, y'all, leg quarters is not a complete meal for no dog. Like I said, it's plenty of protein, plenty of fat, but it's not an overall meal, y'all. So don't ever think that leg quarters is something that you could give to your dog all in all and nothing else, man. If you were gonna go raw with your dog and give them leg quarters as that bulk meat, you're still gonna have you're still gonna need stuff like the insides, y'all, chicken livers, gizzards, heart, the spleen, chicken backs, chicken feet, y'all. Pretty much to make a complete meal with an animal, y'all, you'll see a lot of different raw recipes, y'all. It's got to be like a complete animal, y'all. You know, when a wolf catches a deer, y'all, he's gonna eat all that. He's gonna eat the insides and the outside, y'all. And that's pretty much when you think about feeding the dog raw, what it's got to be. Is he eating that complete animal? Because every piece of, from the spleen to the heart, every piece got its own nutrients. Every piece got its own vitamins, y'all. So that's why I kind of say, man, don't ever think that leg quarters is a complete meal, y'all, because it's not going to provide everything that the dog needs. But how they say, they show all good. They show all good. Layla, lay there. Y'all can see y'all feeding them out this 40-pound box I picked up this morning. I actually picked this up on the way home from work. It started raining this morning, y'all. I already knew it was gonna be a nasty day, y'all. And I already thought about my day and was like, you know what? Once I wake up, I know I'm not gonna be out here in this mess, y'all. Now, one thing, y'all, the temperature is starting to change, starting to get colder. So something I'm gonna be doing the next couple of days, might be tomorrow, y'all. I gotta start going, getting my bales of hay again, y'all. I'm gonna get my bales of hay, start putting it off beside their dog houses. And like, even though Lucky doesn't have a dog house, his platform piled that up with that hay, that bedding hay, y'all. So like I say, keep them a little bit warmer, y'all, as the temperature starts to drop. I think today it might have been in the 40s. It's not real cold yet per se. Like my northern folk up there already know, you know what I mean? 40s ain't nothing compared to somewhere like Chicago or Ohio, y'all. Like I say, for down here, it's kind of nippy, it's kind of cold. It's not gonna kill the dogs, y'all, but we're gonna do our best to keep them warm. As y'all can see, man, I kind of give them all the dogs equal, you know what I mean? Even the bigger dogs, almost getting, y'all notice Pretty Eyes is almost getting the same amount as the bigger dogs, y'all. And sometimes it be like that, man. I really don't let it per se count out who gets what, but like right now what I'm doing, waiting on Molly right here. Y'all know Molly's pregnant, you know, she's holding puppies. She's swelling up, y'all. When I move away, my son to get a closer picture of her when she get back up on the gate. Wait, she all in the corner right now. She get back on the gate, get a closer picture, y'all, but that girl swelling, man. I'll say, I'm looking at one of her nipples right now. It's probably 4 inches from rubbing on the ground, y'all. So we're gonna make sure, man, that girl getting big and fat, getting that protein in her, swelling up, man. So like I say, y'all, she has a healthy litter of puppies, and not too many either, y'all. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man, really. Y'all, I like 8 to 10, y'all. 8 to 10 puppy litters. And I ain't gonna say that, y'all. I say on the average 8. I'll be happy with a 6 pup litter, y'all. But with these dogs right here and in my creation, you know, sometimes that 8 to 10, y'all, really gives me enough information to document. You know, sometimes when you're having 2, 3 litter puppies, y'all, and then especially if you're selling them, they gone quick, man, you're really never being able to have the time to really find out about your breed type, about the dogs that they are and will become, y'all. So with that 8 to 10, y'all, you know, some dogs gonna move quicker than others, but it gives me enough time for information to document to really, you know what I mean, see where these dogs are going, y'all, in the future of Pure Quality Canines here. So like I say, y'all, with that girl Molly, we hoping she average about 8 puppies. She give us 6, she give us 10 the other way. It ain't gonna make us no never mind. We gonna love and take care of whatever comes, and then definitely find good homes for them all. Y'all don't worry, I still got plenty left for the rest of them. Y'all, they done went up on these leg quarters, man. I know somebody in the comments earlier had said something, or someone had asked me the other day, what you paying, about $30 for that box of 40? Y'all, I'm paying $39 for a 40-pound box of leg quarters, y'all. So almost $1 a leg quarter. Which I don't know, y'all. Probably not as good as a price back in the day, but it's not too bad compared to other meats, y'all, because prices are kind of getting high. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna give Molly one more, and then we're gonna go on down here to the other dogs. Y'all, I can't even remember count, y'all. Someone do me a favor, because I ain't gonna go back and do it, y'all. Somebody do me a favor. If y'all want to, I appreciate it. Tell me how many pieces I gave to each dog, y'all. Count that out. Like I said, I try to give them all a little bit equal, except for, you know, like I say, Molly right now, she's pregnant. She's going to get a little bit more. Of course, Lucky, y'all, he's holding more weight. He's going to get a little bit more. But as far as, like, Pretty Eyes and Mary J, y'all, Mary J is definitely bigger than her daughter Pretty Eyes, but they're going to eat about the same amount. What that's going to do is give Pretty Eyes that extra protein to catch up, and at the same time, too, keep Molly on the lean side where she ain't putting on too much extra weight, y'all. So one thing we don't do around here is we don't chase the scales, y'all. That's one thing I learned with these mastiffs when I got into it, y'all. Everybody was big on how much you weigh, y'all. And, you know, a lot of time you see a dog, and I'm really learning to, you know, I can kind of judge now just by looking at a dog about how much it weighs. But, you know, coming into this massive world, y'all, there was so many people with 110, 120 pound dogs, y'all, that for some reason think they got 150 pound dogs, y'all. Oh, she playing. And then there's people with 150 pound dogs that, y'all, they swear they got a 200 pound dog. Like looking at Scoop right now, y'all. Scoop honestly about 135 pound dog, y'all. Scoop's about 135 pound. Lucky been putting more weight on him, y'all. Y'all know we done weighed Lucky twice. When he was younger, at one time he was at 156 pounds, almost 160. Not too long ago we weighed him and he was sitting at 140 something, y'all. So we feeding him one time a day and me walking him a lot, y'all. He had cut down to about 145, y'all. But right now, like I said, it's winter time. We're gonna start putting that weight on him. So y'all liable to see within the next month or two Lucky getting back to that point where he's almost 160 pound dog. Y'all definitely will see the weight and the growth as I feed him more during these winter months. But other than that, y'all, man, we ain't got too much going on. I definitely appreciate y'all sliding through to check us out here at Pure Quality Canines, man. You know, like I done told y'all before, every day is something new. You know, that's why I'm able to come, y'all. I'm able to come with these videos sometimes back to back, man, because ain't no telling what tomorrow gonna bring or the day after that, man. That's why I tell a lot of people, especially if you're into these dogs and these content creators, I know sometimes you think, okay, I'm just going to my backyard. I did that yesterday, I did that. But like I say, man, if you're really dealing with your dogs and they're different dogs and you got a substantial amount, 5 or better, man, there should always be something to talk about, y'all. There should always be something going on, especially if you consider, like my dogs, all of them are different age groups. You know, Scoop's the oldest on the yard, y'all. Scoop's about 4.5 years old, you know, and it goes down all the way to Pretty Boy and Pretty Eyes, who right now sitting at about 8.5, 9 months, y'all. So everybody's changing. You know, Scoop gonna eventually, he gonna start slowing down. He gonna get more in this old man ways, where you're gonna have boys like Pretty Boy, you know, coming of their self, you know what I mean? He's 9 months, y'all. This dog you see right now is gonna be a whole different animal, a whole different beast at 1.5 years. Same thing at 2.5, y'all. And that's the crazy thing with these dogs, man. The progression, y'all, of life stages, man, it's always changing. So there should always be something to talk about. You know, even if it's boring to you and it don't seem like because you're doing it every day, y'all. Somebody out there, you know, I look at it, if nothing else, but there's probably someone out there that's confined to a bed or confined to a chair. Love animals, can't get out. Y'all, if I don't do that but come out here and show my dogs a little bit, you know, I might be doing something to brighten somebody's day, y'all. So even though, you know, taking care of these dogs, y'all, is work, and it could be considered hard, y'all. I don't take it for granted, y'all, and I'm thankful that I have this work to do, y'all. I'm thankful that, you know, I'm the steward of these dogs, and this is my job, man. You know what I mean? I enjoy this, man. I could definitely say there's a lot worse I could be doing, but I don't see nothing bad about this, y'all. Even on the days like this, man. And this ain't nothing, y'all. This is kind of a mild winter day. It's gonna get worse, y'all. And guess what, y'all? 10 toes down. I'm gonna be out here, y'all, in the mix with these dogs. Try to keep count. Yeah, I know that boy Punisher be ready, y'all. I don't know why I'm playing with him. Oh, y'all. That was a big one right there. I was trying to give it to Punisher. Cause I done told y'all the other day that Punisher and Lucky done got into it, y'all, the other day. So, like I say, he's not hurt, but at the same time, he's healing, y'all. And that food, y'all, that food, it does help. It's kind of like us, y'all. Scoop. Like, you ever been on a cold day or a little bit of sick and your mom done made you some bowl of chicken noodle soup, y'all, maybe some grilled cheese sandwiches or tomato soup, y'all. You know how that feeling as it hits your stomach, you know what I mean? You might still be hurt, a sprained ankle, you cold from coming in, but it's just something about that food that hits your stomach, y'all. It just makes you feel better. That's kind of like this, y'all. You know, sometimes with these dogs, man, I know Lucky ain't feeling his best right now, but or Punisher either, but I know this food gonna help it, y'all. It's about over with. Feed these last two. Boy Punisher, this big boy right here, y'all. Come on, I'm gonna let him jump. Watch him. Come on. Yeah. Y'all, I don't know if y'all heard my son, man. He's calling that boy pretty boy Lucky's twin again, y'all. He gonna be a greedy one, man. That boy, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. You know, that's why I tell you about, you know, documenting your dogs. You know, if he didn't come back, there's stuff about him I might not have never known or seen, y'all. But he's a tall boy, y'all. He's definitely tall. And like I said, he ain't even started growing out yet. So that boy's gonna have some size on him. He gonna, mark my words, he gonna be a factor, y'all. I don't know what the future holds for that boy, because y'all know we just brought him back. If I could get him to a point where I want, I might possibly rehome him, y'all. But at the same time, too, like I say, it had to be someone that's really knowledgeable of dogs, and at the same time, too, wouldn't mind carrying on where I ended, you know, to work with him, getting him to a point where, like I say, he's stable around people. You know, I don't look at him as no threat, like he gonna hurt nobody, but at the same time, too, he's a wild boy. I ain't gonna lie. That boy's strong. I had him on a leash one time, and not being ready for it, not being ready, he done pulled, y'all. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all, man, he almost pulled me off my feet, because at the end of the day, you know, he's a puppy trying to get away. He's putting everything into it, y'all. The boy's strong, you know what I mean? I wouldn't put him on a leash and collar and expect nobody that's like a female to try to walk that boy, man. They would have a problem, y'all. He would drag somebody up and down the road. With that being said, man, I definitely appreciate y'all coming through. I ain't gonna stay out here too much longer, because the longer I stay out here, they gonna want to come out their cages. They gonna get to crying, and I know my neighbors all tucked in tight in the warmth of their homes, y'all. And I try to be a respectable neighbor, you know what I mean? Not to have these dogs unnecessarily barking, y'all. So we're gonna step back in the house. Man, I appreciate y'all coming through to check us out. Even though it was a little quick little feeding video, man. Anytime y'all coming through, I appreciate it. I know I don't start with them, I'm always gonna finish with it, man. Make sure y'all hitting that like, subscribe, hitting that notification bell so y'all don't miss nothing we got going on, because y'all ain't gonna worry about it. I ain't gonna let you miss it, you know what I mean? Believe me, 3-4 days don't went by if you ain't got no notification, man. Go back to Pure Quality Canines page. Best believe there's a video, there's a short, there's a live, there's something that's been put out there, man, because like I said, I'm always out here, always have something to do, and I'm gonna pull that camera out and I'm gonna give it to y'all every time. With that being said, man, we're gonna catch y'all next time. We out.